Good morning. We have to get going. I have to go to the post office, drop off some clothes for a Poshmark order. I'm selling clothes on Poshmark. If you are interested, I'll link it down below. And I really need to send out the email for the covered artist. I said I would do that on Saturday and it's Monday and I want to do it in the morning before she could email me and ask me for an update. Okay, we really gotta go because my stand-up for work is in 30 minutes. We are currently moving out right now. That's why the bookshelves look like that. So today I want to do 4 things, maybe 5 things. I'm forgetting, I need to write down. But first already today I dropped off stuff at the post office. Second thing I want to do is email my cover artist, like I said. Third thing I want to do is I have to call a physical therapist and see if they can take me in. I should have called them much earlier because I am moving out. So I don't know how many sessions I will need to schedule before I move out or if I can even complete it. Because I totally forgot. I needed to do that. And the 5th thing is I want to work on chapter 18 or chapter 17 actually for my young adult fantasy novel. So I'm working on 2 books at the same time. I'm working on my self-publishing book and my book that I plan on querying. I want to be hybrid. Chapter 17 is a bit complicated because, well, the whole thing is really complicated. How much time do I have to explain? Okay, I have like some time to explain. I'm working on act 3 of the young adult fantasy, and Act 3, I'm viewing it as like a whole, as an entire set of sequences. I think that chapter 17 is hard for me because it's kind of a setup scene. It really much feels like a setup scene to me and reads like one right now. Act 3 is in that, well, if we're using Save the Cat, it's midpoint to The Darkest Night of the Soul, somewhere around there. And I totally lost my train of thought. What am I saying? My character needs to make a decision to do something because obviously by now he's had a lot of false positives. He's had a lot of false feelings that whatever he's going through, whatever he needs to go through is being resolved, and obviously it's not right because we're at the midpoint. So right now we're crashing down. Everything that has happened so far has led to like a false place. And really the point, I think, of the Midnight of the Soul is to make sure that your character is actually worse than where he started off. So your character starts off here and they go on this journey, right? I think for me at least, where I want to write my main character in his Darkest Night of the Soul and to bring him that point is that it has to be lower. Like he has to be worse off than when he started. So I feel bad for my character. So I need to have that transition between, oh my god, like this is kind of okay to no, this is not okay. I don't know if any of that made sense. That's what chapter 17 is. I want to work on that. I want to make that transition a little bit more smooth. It took me some time to figure out how to make that flow better, but I think I finally got it. But it just needs some like tweaking because right now it's kind of just like random blocks of prose. So I just need to like smooth it out, I think. And then after, I mean, I don't know if we'll finish all that today, but that's all I'm going to talk about today because that's the focus. So yeah, let's get started with the day. I'm jumping in here to start my nighttime evening writing session. I typically like to write on weeknights between like 7:30 to 9:30. That's my sweet spot. Earlier the better, like 7 to 9. But I do have a call scheduled with my friends at 8:30. So today's writing session will just be cut short a little bit, but I really value my calls with my friends, especially because, and let me know if you are an adult with a capital A in your early 30s trying to stay connected to friends where you guys are physically apart. We're a trio and we all met in Canada, but one of us lives in Japan. I live in the United States now. My other friend, the other friend in the trio, is still in Canada, so I try to always show up for these calls. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that in a bit, and I just really want to focus on working on the young adult fantasy. We're working on chapter 17, and I realized I didn't really explain myself that well at the beginning of this video. Chapter 17 is in the Dark Night of the Soul. Chapter 17 is where everything is starting to unravel itself, I guess that's the best way to say it. And I wanted to make sure that the unraveling is done naturally and organically. I guess what I'm trying to say is that in chapter 17, this is where my main character really starts to question what he is here for. His wants and his needs are kind of conflicting right now, and I'm trying to trigger that conflict so he can continue on with his ultimate demise, obviously at the Darkest Night of the Soul, which I think right now the Darkest Night of the Soul is either chapter, where's my mouse, chapter 21 or 22. No, the Dark Night of the Soul is chapter 22, so that is the last chapter of Act 3. Is that right? Yes, it has to be. This is pretty much the reason why I stopped vlogging. This is just what I wear now when I'm at home. I'm just so done with the world. I just want to be comfy and cozy, and I'm always cold. I'm always wearing a jacket in the house because we don't turn on the heater now because it's so expensive. And yes, it's May, I'm aware, and I'm still wearing a jacket because I'm cold. But I actually think I have chronic stress. And I also think that I'm low on iron because that explains why I'm kind of like always cold too and always tired. I can sleep for hours at a time. So anyway, we have some updates. I did want to still give an update even though it kind of looked like this. I want to make the videos when I want to make videos, even though I might not look all that nice. I still want to make the videos. I'm determined to finish chapter 17 today. I worked on it on Monday and I worked on it on Thursday. I didn't write Tuesday or Wednesday. I can get into that a little bit later. I think I'm kind of overthinking this right now. Chapter 17 has, I don't know what's it called, like a time lapse, like within the first scene, about 3 weeks pass, and I'm trying to convey that naturally. I think I'm very picky with, I don't know what these are called, like time lapses, time jumps, because for me, when I read, I like to be really invested. I'm really nosy. I want to be with the character throughout the time. So when there's like a time jump or time skip, I'm like, whoa, so much has happened. Like I'm not caught up now. Yeah, that's how I feel as a reader. So I think I'm very much aware of that when I'm writing my like time jump, time skips. I don't know what to call it. I want to be able to pass the time without it being like, I don't know if the word is start. I just want it to be natural. So I think that's why I'm taking my time on it, but it's too much now. I feel like it's too meticulous. I need to wrap this up. Like I can't keep doing this. So we're gonna finish chapter 17 today. I've decided that that's gonna be the deadline. And tomorrow I'm planning on writing all day. Hopefully I'll film a little bit tomorrow. I haven't had a day to myself, like a day on the weekend to myself, I think in like 4 weeks, 5 weeks now. So I'm really much looking forward to just being at home tomorrow. No one can bother, like I don't want to be bothered by anyone, just let me do my own work. So I want to do chapter 18 tomorrow. Here's also like another weird thing with me. For me, creativity, like even though I have time, creativity takes, like I need to seep into the work. So even though I finish chapter, let's say I'll finish chapter 18, I'll need to go back and read it because what if I miss something? So I want to do as much of chapter 18 as I can, but I know I'm gonna have to go back and read it. So hopefully I can do like a lot of 18 and some 19. And the Sunday, which is Mother's Day, I'm gonna be out all day on Sunday actually. I don't know how much I'll be able to read over those chapters on Sunday, but that's the plan. 17 tonight, 18 and 19 tomorrow. On Tuesday, I didn't write. I had wanted to write. I didn't write because I had a headache like all day on Tuesday, which is very, very unusual for me. Oh yeah, I went to the office on Tuesday. I was in the office Tuesday to Thursday. I'm working from home today. So on Tuesday, I think, I don't know, there's a lot going on actually on Tuesday at work. Maybe that's why I got a headache. I went over the beta feedback for my the book I want to self-publish. I started grouping together everyone's feedback into similar things that everyone kind of mentioned about, or like kind of similar things. I just want to make sure that I'm addressing, like, if obviously reoccurring things come up, we need to address those. So I was trying to group that. I also got my sixth beta reader feedback, I think on Tuesday as well, Monday night. So anyway, I was just like grouping that on Tuesday, and Wednesday obviously I had the team event, so I didn't get to write. I got back at like 9. And something interesting that happened, I was gonna say strange, but I guess it's more interesting than strange. I got an email to submit to a magazine. It wasn't like I was poached. Oh, there's another word for that. What's the word for that when you ask someone to write for your work, for your magazine? I wasn't asked to write for the issue, but I was asked to submit so they could consider me. So I think I'm gonna send the outstanding, like the only one I have left, like the only short story I have left. And then I might submit another poem. They were looking for long poems, like over 50 lines. I have one poem over 50 lines, it's like 55. So I think I'm gonna submit that. And the Flash that kind of died last year. It went on an R&R with like another magazine's editor. It didn't work out. The thing is, I don't know if I like the Flash, like the original Flash I wrote, or the edited one I did with the magazine editor. I feel like I'm not making sense. Last year, the Flash got an R&R with like a really big magazine editor, and they asked me to revise the Flash. That took over 3 months, just going back and forth with them. It turned from like a 800 word Flash to a 1400 word short story. It ended up getting rejected. And now I'm kind of deciding within myself if I prefer the original Flash or the newly edited version. I think I'm still gonna go with the original Flash, just because I think I mentioned in like a video, like an old video, which is that when I write short stories, I don't write any more short stories, but when I was writing short stories, I wrote them for a particular reason. And when I go back and do a huge developmental edit, I kind of feel like I'm losing the vision I had when I first started out writing it. Although I might not remember it now because it's been so long. I had an idea for the Flash for the short story at that time. And I feel like the more I'm like, now going back to the past and editing it, I feel like something's taken away. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I will submit the Flash and that poem. They told me I have until October to submit, so I'm just like, oh my god, do I want to like work on it and edit it some more and then submit it, or should I just submit it right now and just, you know, get it out of the way? I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll just look at the poem and the short story now and submit it. I don't know. There's like so much stuff to work on. I just like don't have time to work on it. Yeah, so anyway, the focus today, finish chapter 17 as I mentioned. I kind of have like a weird sore throat right now. Am I sick? Maybe I'm sick. That could explain why I'm cold. Okay, so it's about 9:30 now, and I think we finished chapter 17. It's about 2,900 words now. I think this chapter is really ambitious. It's like, I'm a little worried it's like too ambitious because I feel like I'm stuffing a lot of things in this chapter, because this chapter makes my main character make a really big decision that he's kind of been dreading. And I hope the reasoning for why he makes the decision now that will ultimately lead to his downfall makes sense and is logical and doesn't feel rushed. So that's why I feel chapter 17 is really, really ambitious. I don't know actually if I really nailed it, and I think it's because my character's wants kind of keeps not changing. There's something that he really wants. Like, let's say he wants to eat apples, right? So I know he wants to eat apples. This whole book he wants to eat apples, but I think I need to dive a bit deeper on why he wants to eat apples, if you know what I mean. So I have that he wants apples like very clear as his wants, as his stakes, but I think I need to dig a little bit deeper into why he really wants that. And not to say I'm not doing a good job with that. I think it's fine. I think I built that up in this section of the book, like around the act 2, act 3, but I think that needs to be clearer in act 1. So something I really need to do, and I'm making a note for myself, is that there's one big thing that I need to go back and fix throughout the whole book on a global level, is the why he wants to eat apples. That needs to be like crystal clear. So I think because it's not too clear in the beginning of the book and I'm only making it clear now, it's making me question if kind of this makes sense a little bit. I think I'm overthinking it. I think ultimately this is really the best I can do right now. So the thing I can do is move forward and keep working on the rest of the book. So I don't think also too that like I think it's 80% readable. I think all the other chapters in this book are like 99% readable. No, I wouldn't go that far. Like 95% readable. But this chapter really reads like 80% readable to me. I can tell while I'm reading through it when I've stopped writing in different sessions and when I've like pieced them together. I can still kind of feel that a little bit. I don't think I made it too smooth like in between my writing sessions because I do jump around. So I can feel the breaks within the chapter. But again, like I think this is the best it's gonna get for now. I don't want to get too bogged down with these almost line level edits. I really want just to get the whole book on the page. So yeah, I think we're gonna move on to chapter 18 tomorrow. And yeah, I'm not gonna read it, whatever. I'm not gonna read this chapter over tomorrow because I think I'm just gonna stop again and like want to work on it. So we're gonna work on 18 tomorrow for real. I'm happy that we're able to move on, but at the same time, I feel like you can sense my hesitancy. I don't know if it's like a perfectionist thing or what, but really this is the only chapter that I've written that feels like it could get more work done, but I just want to keep moving forward. Like I don't really want to stop and do the line edits right now, considering like it's May 8th and I really want to finish this whole book by like the second week of August. I have some life stuff happening around August that I think will put me at a complete halt in all my writing projects. So anyway, Act 3, I have my own document for Act 3. Act 3 is around 11,000 words right now. I think it's gonna go up to 13K, maybe even 15K by the end of all this, considering, you know, chapter 17 is like 3K. I mean, my chapters have been around 3K for this young adult fantasy, so I have 6 chapters. 6 times 3 is like 18K. We'll get close to 18K. Whatever, we're just gonna move on. I don't wanna get too caught up in this. I do have a friend visiting me next Thursday. She's staying with me from Thursday to Monday, and I would really like to try to work on the book even when she's here, but I feel like each week goes by so fast. But I want to finish this set of chapters. Like I don't want to take more time on it because I still need to write all of Act 4. I need to rewrite all of Act 4, and if I want to be done by August, I think I should wrap this up by May, so I have 3 months to work on Act 4. But then I also want to read the whole book over. Okay, no, I want to finish Act 3. I'm just gonna pick a random date. I want to finish it by 21st. Yes, random date, let's do it. So we can work on Act 4, May, June, July, and take the first week of August to make these global changes. We're about to get started with the writing stream with Lynn and Cody. I have my water, my coffee. This morning I already did some reading on my Kindle. Look how beautiful I made this to be. I know a lot of the girlies just don't really stick them onto the Kindle. I stick them onto the Kindle. Actually, the only one I didn't stick on is this one because I just got it and I'm just trying it out. But isn't it so pretty? Anyway, as you saw in the earlier clips, I'm currently reading Song of the Six Realms by Judy ILLIT. This is actually a really good book for me to vocal train. Vocal train is actually, now that I'm saying it, she's a little controversial right now, but it's something that Rebecca Kwong or R.F. Kwong has said in the past when I attended her, her book releases. It's pretty much reading the genre you want to write and kind of echoing that writing style. So yeah, I'm currently reading that, so I got that done, and we're just gonna probably clean up a little bit before the writing session starts. You can hear it's really echoey in here now. The windows are opened. And I'm not cold today. I'm wearing shorts. Okay, yeah, let's get started. While we are chatting, I'm just gonna show you guys how I kind of set up the camera. I don't know. It's trial and error. Obviously this is not gonna work. Okay, we're really high now. You can't see the throw. Okay. How's this? Okay, this is better. Uh-oh, I paused the live stream by accident. Oops. Is this good?